Kangchenjunga is the third highest mountain in the world, standing 8,586 meters, 28,169 feet, tall. It sits on the border between Nepal and India's Sikkim state, deep in the Himalayas. Even though it's one of the tallest mountains on Earth, it's not as well known as Mount Everest or K2. Climbing Kangchenjunga is extremely difficult. The weather is unpredictable, the terrain is dangerous, and few climbers attempt to reach the top. But beyond its height, this mountain holds deep spiritual meaning for the local people. Many believe it is a sacred place, and climbers even stop just before the summit out of respect for these beliefs. This incredible peak is more than just a mountain. It has a rich history, unique wildlife, and breathtaking views. In this script, we'll explore why Kangchenjunga is one of the most majestic and mysterious mountains in the world. Kangchenjunga is located in the Himalayas, on the border between Nepal and India's Sikkim state. It is part of a mountain range called the Kangchenjunga Himal, which is connected to the greater Himalayan mountain system. With a height of 8,586 meters, 28,169 feet, Kangchenjunga is the third highest mountain in the world, after Mount Everest, 8,749 meters, and K2, 8,611 meters. However, it was once thought to be the tallest mountain until the mid-1800s, when better measurements proved that Everest was higher. This mountain is made up of 5 peaks, which is why its name means the 5 treasures of the high snow in Tibetan. These 5 peaks represent different treasures in local beliefs: gold, silver, grain, and holy books. The region around Kangchenjunga is filled with glaciers, deep valleys, and steep ridges, making it one of the most challenging places to explore. The mountain also plays a crucial role in water sources for Nepal and India, as its glaciers feed many rivers. Because of its remote location and rugged landscape, Kangchenjunga is one of the least disturbed high-altitude environments in the world. For a long time, people believed that Kangchenjunga was the tallest mountain in the world. In the early 1800s, British surveyors measured it and thought it was the highest peak. However, in 1852, the Great Trigonometrical Survey of India took more accurate measurements and discovered that Mount Everest was actually the tallest, followed by K2, pushing Kangchenjunga to third place. Even after its true height was confirmed, Kangchenjunga remained a major point of interest for explorers and climbers. Early British surveyors and adventurers were fascinated by its size, harsh terrain, and spiritual significance. Because of its remote location and difficult access, no one successfully climbed Kangchenjunga until 1955. Before that, many attempts failed due to harsh weather, avalanches, and lack of proper equipment. It was one of the last of the world's highest peaks to be conquered. Despite its lower ranking in height, Kangchenjunga has always been a symbol of mystery and challenge. Even today, it is much less explored than Everest, making it one of the wildest and most untouched peaks in the world. Kangchenjunga is more than just a mountain. It is a sacred place for the people living in its shadow. The name Kangchenjunga comes from Tibetan words that mean the 5 treasures of the high snow. Local legends say these 5 peaks hold hidden treasures, such as gold, silver, and holy texts, which will be revealed in times of great need. In Sikkim, India, Kangchenjunga is considered the guardian deity of the land. Many believe the mountain protects them, and they treat it with deep respect and reverence. Because of this, early climbers made a promise to never step on the true summit. Even today, most climbers stop just short of the top to honor this tradition. The mountain is also an important part of Nepalese and Tibetan Buddhist traditions. Many monasteries and temples in the region have paintings or statues of Kangchenjunga, showing its importance in local beliefs. Some even say that supernatural beings live on the mountain, guarding its treasures and keeping humans away. For the people of Nepal and Sikkim, Kangchenjunga is not just a mountain. It is a sacred symbol of nature, power, and protection. Climbing Kangchenjunga is extremely difficult, The mountain is known for harsh weather, steep ice walls, and frequent avalanches. Because of this, many early attempts to reach the top failed. The first successful ascent happened on May 25, 1955. British climbers Joe Brown and George Band became the first people to stand near the summit. However, following a promise to local people, they stopped a few meters before the actual peak to show respect for its sacred status. Since then, most climbers have followed this tradition. Even though Kangchenjunga is the third highest mountain, it is much harder to climb than Mount Everest. The routes are longer, the terrain is rougher, and there are no easy paths. As a result, far fewer people have reached its summit compared to Everest. The death rate on Kangchenjunga is also high. Many climbers have died due to avalanches, sudden weather changes, and lack of oxygen. The southwest face of the mountain is one of the most dangerous climbing routes in the world. Because of these challenges, Kangchenjunga is only attempted by the most experienced mountaineers. Unlike Everest, where commercial expeditions bring many climbers, Kangchenjunga remains a true test of skill and endurance. Even today, it remains one of the least climbed of the world's highest peaks, making it a place of mystery, challenge, and deep respect. Kangchenjunga is not just a mountain, it is home to a rich variety of plants and animals. Because the region covers different elevations, from dense forests to icy peaks, it supports many unique species that are rarely found anywhere else. In the lower areas, thick forests are filled with rhododendrons, magnolias, and oak trees. These forests change into alpine meadows as the altitude increases, and higher up, only moss and hardy plants can survive in the cold. The mountain is also home to rare and endangered animals. One of the most famous is the snow leopard, a powerful and elusive predator. Other animals include the red panda, the Himalayan black bear, and the musk deer. Birds like the blood pheasant and the Himalayan griffon can also be seen soaring in the skies. Kangchenjunga's remote location has helped keep its wildlife mostly untouched by human activity. However, climate change and deforestation in surrounding areas are threatening this delicate ecosystem. Because of its incredible biodiversity, much of the region is now protected as a national park and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This helps preserve Kangchenjunga's wildlife for future generations. Even though Kangchenjunga is one of the tallest mountains in the world, it is far less visited than Everest or Annapurna. Its remote location, difficult terrain, and lack of infrastructure make it a destination for serious adventurers rather than casual tourists. One of the best ways to experience Kangchenjunga is through trekking. The Kangchenjunga Base Camp trek in Nepal is one of the most beautiful and challenging routes in the Himalayas. It takes about 2 to 3 weeks to complete and offers stunning views of glaciers, deep valleys, and high mountain passes. Along the way, trekkers pass through remote villages where they can experience the unique culture of the Sherpa, Limbu, and Rai people. On the Indian side, the Goechala trek in Sikkim is a popular choice. This trek does not go directly to the base of Kangchenjunga, but offers breathtaking views of the mountain. It is also known for its beautiful landscapes, diverse wildlife, and clear mountain lakes. Since the region is protected, special permits are required for trekking. This helps limit the number of visitors and protect the fragile environment. Unlike Everest, where crowds and commercial expeditions are common, Kangchenjunga remains untouched and wild. Trekking here is not just about reaching a destination, it's about experiencing pure nature, remote beauty, and a true Himalayan adventure. Kangchenjunga is one of the most untouched high-altitude regions in the world, but like many natural areas, it faces environmental threats. To protect its fragile ecosystem, both Nepal and India have taken steps to preserve the mountain and its surroundings. In Nepal, the Kangchenjunga Conservation Area, KCA, was established in 1997. Covering over 2,000 square kilometers, it protects the region's wildlife, forests, and water sources. The area is home to endangered species like the snow leopard, red panda, and Himalayan black bear. The conservation project also works with local communities, helping them balance tourism and environmental protection. On the Indian side, the Kangchenjunga National Park in Sikkim is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It covers a vast area of mountains, glaciers, and forests, providing a safe habitat for many rare plants and animals. Despite these efforts, climate change remains a major challenge. Rising temperatures and melting glaciers, which could affect water supplies for millions of people. There are also concerns about deforestation, illegal poaching, and pollution from trekking expeditions. Continued conservation efforts are essential to ensure that Kangchenjunga remains a wild and protected place for future generations. Kangchenjunga is more than just the third highest mountain in the world. It is a symbol of adventure, mystery, and cultural significance. While Mount Everest attracts thousands of climbers and tourists each year, Kangchenjunga remains wild, challenging, and sacred. Its harsh terrain, unpredictable weather, and high death rate make it one of the most difficult peaks to climb, and only the most skilled mountaineers attempt it. At the same time, the region is home to incredible wildlife, rich traditions, and breathtaking landscapes that make it a dream destination for trekkers and nature lovers. Thanks to conservation efforts, Kangchenjunga's untouched beauty remains preserved. However, challenges like climate change and human impact remind us that nature must be protected. Whether seen as a sacred guardian, a climber's ultimate challenge, or a natural wonder, Kangchenjunga continues to inspire all who witness its greatness. Did you find it interesting and want more stories like this? Subscribe. What mountain should we cover next? Drop your suggestions in the comments and we'll take you there.